was thinking what kind of song to write for the year 2001. Should I compose a nation building song or just blaze them politicians? But when I hear Pan they get 19 seats and he run and give a speech of victory, I tell myself something wrong, so I compose this song for kinky head people like me, because I don't understand what's really happening. For years me Crooks and Panther was busting we liver string. Well, I honestly believe the message was loud and clear, but the results from the elections prove to me stick breaking black man air. They don't hear. So don't expect me to jam your prime minister. No, don't tell me. I stopped drinking bush tea for your fever. I said no, don't tell me. Cause you ain't do it once, but you did it twice. Elections go.
A pleasant good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Front of Christ.
And how are we doing this afternoon?
So if you notice your little dot.
Today being Tuesday the 22nd day of October.
Camilla sent she to a school inside the Bitam. And when she bring home the...
To the persons listening for the first time, pleasant good evening.
Sexton.
And welcome to the Class in Session program.
To
the persons on my Facebook and YouTube page, good afternoon to you guys.
My personal comments I will reserve. You got a government you deserve. To complain to me now, but you got some nerve. You got a government you deserve. Try my best to put sense in black man head. The consequence I was not afraid. But when I see Keith and Daphne on TV, deep in my heart I felt betrayed. Cause I remember
I want to apologize for the late start.
I got chastised when
definitely was a means of miscommunication.
I would take out.
I literally got locked out of my studio today.
You went see corrupt like hell.
Yeah, but that was just because of a form of miscommunication.
Ask black man.
But we are here again for another Class in Session program, for another wonderful evening.
Response from
Go ahead right now and tag somebody.
Price.
Let them know that class is in session
today
with yours truly, Royalty James, for another wonderful day.
So don't tell me nothing about the EBC. No, don't tell me. Because I know some of you vote for UNC. I said no.
To the persons on my Facebook page, go ahead, man, and share the live. Tag somebody right now.
And how you
let them know that we're on and we're ready.
So if you end up just like a criminal on the run, because all the promises that they make, they ain't keeping none. And civil servants can't get it back pay. Plus yourself can't get a 10 days. Please don't stop me in the road to complain, cause I would.
We want to update you on some events that are coming up.
Now I must preserve.
This Sunday, you can be a part of the event. We outside boat the embassy. $70 get you on the boat ride. So go be a part of this one. Also this Sunday, we at Victoria Park.
It's from
I said Progress Park yesterday.
Lyrics.
And I was corrected.
You just get.
So we at Victoria Park. That's within the town of Grenville.
To slaughter them politicians.
Our 40th anniversary bingo
condoning
and fundraiser event is taking place.
It's like
$100,000 is out for grab.
Then your ton
plus a hybrid car. $50,000 in cash and prizes.
City colleague.
So be a part of this one also. $60 for one ticket. $100 for two.
Good buddies. What excuse?
Our zonal meeting continues this Thursday at the Manjalo RC School.
How did he tell you that man was done?
Speakers like attorney Dwight Hosford.
Yes, sir.
Constituency lead Oliver Joseph.
Going through hell. No.
Parliamentary representative for St. Mark's.
I hear what the man.
Dr. Clarice Modest.
Into cell.
The constituency lead for St. George's.
Don't tell me
Southeast.
Brother
Gregory Boeing. And our political leader and former Prime Minister, Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Claudius Mitchell, is going to be part of the cast that will be speaking.
And he delay the process till he come and
The New National Party also puts on a breakfast fundraiser.
millions in
That's on Saturday,
universe show as a gift. Please don't stop me and ask me
the second day
because
of November, at the NNP office close to the Hillsborough bus terminal.
preserve
NNP Carriacon PD Martinique breakfast fundraiser
man and how much money he
is on.
you get a government you deserve.
And to the persons of New York, the town hall meeting will be taking place in New York from October 27th, starting at 5 p.m. Your main speaker would be Dr. Keith Claudius Michel, but the hospital is going to be there. Honorable Keith, Skeeter Louis Peters is going to be there.
I feel so.
Mrs. Emmeline Pierre, Honorable Emmeline Pierre,
Who get caught up in the lacquer
constituency lead,
the fish always rotten
Carriacon PD Martinique,
is Robbie and
Reverend Nolan Cox, Honorable Peter David,
stuff.
Parliamentary Representative
He's in this
for the Tongue of St. George. A pleasant good evening to the persons of the constituency of the Tongue of St. George.
Truth Clause 7
Good evening to
belief
Honorable Peter David.
could be bought easily. I would like to know what's the price they pay for Gypsy. In my humble opinion, his actions was rather slack. I hope he don't say he bad lucky if a man end up riding he back down a track. So don't tell me about going back to school and learn. No,
So the address for the town hall meeting
future was never.
will be Nazareth Region High School. That would be the high school.
Don't tell me nothing about being
On
black.
57th, 475 East, 57th Brooklyn, New York,
Me a was done.
between Clarendon Road and Detmus Avenue. All right. To be a part of this one.
And you're lying in jail for signing false declaration. And in the night a big strong prisoner making sure you enjoy your stay. Don't bother to write me and tell me that try and contraband it. Cause the motto now in jail is protect and serve.
You get a government you deserve.
To tell me you get raped but you got some nerve. You get a government you deserve.
So I know you guys definitely would have been enjoying this one day coming out from Sugar Hollows, but based on time constraint, you know, definitely we would have to make time for our brother Sheldon Scott's stocking program. We already started late, so we're going to jump straight into the conversation, straight into what we're going to be speaking about. Don't forget to be a part of Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell YouTube page. You can go and subscribe, and I did promise to make it public, but I definitely did forget. So I want to pick up the persons from out there in Maryland, in the United States. Tennessee is also in the house. Wherever you are in the diaspora and you're listening to, I want to say good afternoon to you. To the persons of Carriacon PD Martinique, a special good afternoon to you. All right. So again, we do want to apologize for the late start, but however, we also want to give an advice very briefly today. I want persons, especially I know, and I think I know my audience. I think I know my audience or understand my audience. I know many persons are part of the Facebook and so on and so forth, but not many of you guys are very, au fait with what is taking place on Facebook. You guys maybe know how to sign in and maybe know how to be part of the youth of the class in session program because you may get a link and so on and so forth. But we have seen most prevalent among many of our pages, even mine and other persons. There are persons fishing, and fishing in a technological concept simply means that there are persons who are going to present themselves in different social media forum as if they are part, you understand, of the New National Party. Sometimes it comes in many ways. I know it happened with Brother Sheldon the other day, and there are many other fishing aspects. Persons are going to ask you to join things, persons are going to ask you to be a part of certain things. We got to be very, very, very careful with that. Yes, very, very careful with that. Let's try to pay particular attention to a lot of minimal information. Yeah? A lot of minimal information. And we need to be very conscientious of this. Yeah? So I want you guys to pay that in mind and understand, that what is going on. And we want to ensure that we did disseminate that information. Ladies and gentlemen, my conversation today solely starts on what I believe has gone to the point of mere hatred to some people. And funny enough, those are people within our society and community that is somewhat expected. And mind you, I'm not saying that they're intelligent. That are expected to be intelligent, and you hear them talk, and many a times you, as I said, the concept or what you gather is that this person or persons are persons who are expected to know better. Yeah, they're expected to be part of a group of persons whereby their intelligence should be a little bit more better. But funny enough, last night I read, and as I said to you guys, I am not, nowadays I don't care. Yeah, I really don't care about them anymore. I've gone past me thinking about them. I don't give one rat's. You know what? Eddie Frederick. I don't know what it is, and maybe Dr. Mitchell may need to clear the air, as it relates to what Eddie Frederick wanted from the New National Party that he did not get. And when you see or hear things that he posts and say, you're expecting, like, he sounds like he's intelligent. But what he asks is wrong with he. He posted on his Facebook page last night. Good folks. The men of the past who helped to shape our nation between 1974 and the present who all knew how to deport themselves after they retired from office. Those who have passed on have not been able to attract ridicule and loud scandalous remarks because of extremely poor legacies. Ain't that the truth? We thank God for all of them, in spite of the harmless shortcomings which we all have. Peace. And he went on to post Eric Matthew Gary, Morris Bishop, Hubbard Blease, Ben Jones, Nicholas Brathwaite, George Brizan, Tillman Thomas, and Dickon Mitchell. Permit me to say on my program, and to the persons that normally listen to my program, that knows I don't normally go down that road easy, but permit me to ask the question in its most local terminology. What do you ask to Eddie Frederick and them? Because you have to ask yourself that question locally. It has to be jealousy at this stage. Because Eddie Frederick and others, when you look at them, they are basically within age range of Dr. Mitchell. Age range. And so when you ask yourself the question, for many of us who have been around politics, what has been Eddie Frederick's and others' contribution to state and development of state that they can shun Dr. Mitchell? You show yourself as a fool. That is how I put it. And I'm not scared at this stage, as I tell you guys, they have an old tape recording, they're going to play it. Because you guys, I don't know if you guys believe that there is only one set of audience that you try to pull is the dotish set. No, he places Tillman Thomas and George Brizan in the lineup. And I tell you, it is utter jealousy, I believe, at this stage. It is jealousy, mere jealousy. Because Eddie Frederick cannot, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm speaking from a personal perspective, cannot speak in no way in comparison with Dr. Mitchell. No way. And those of you guys who are outside the class that are listening, tag him in it. Dr. Mitchell is not in the liking that you like. To start to clear that up first. What you like, Dr. Mitchell don't like it. We could say whatever you like. I don't know whatever you like from what you don't like. So, these are the people, ladies and gentlemen. And when you go on Facebook and you start speaking, persons say, oh, NMP turned historian. But when you have persons like Eddie Frederick making these proclamations broadly, as it relates to them having shortcomings, in spite of the harmless shortcomings, and you go through the history of the list of persons that you have here, I don't know who they on this list have outshined Dr. Mitchell in any political front. I don't know which one. But it is good sometime to do programs like this so they go here. So maybe on his next program, he might be able to define or definitively show to people how different those persons are from Dr. Mitchell. And he admits in the conversation, in the same conversation, that those persons would have had harmless shortcomings. You don't see this man named just dotish as a joke. They have had harmless shortcomings. But still, you recognize them above Dr. Mitchell. As I say, on the political front, I don't know on what political front is he looking at. I don't know which one, from what scope. I don't know if it is sports. I don't know if it's economics. I don't know if it's housing. I don't know if it's infrastructure. I don't know. Because you have to give these people the opportunity to explain themselves. So whenever they speak, you speak, and then you give them the opportunity to come back and say what you have to say. Let bet you if he was to address this, the first thing he would try to do is try to go to a personal characteristic basis. Because he can't defend any one of them there above Dr. Mitchell. Tillman Thomas. These guys are laughable. And I want you guys to understand that on a day-to-day basis, as long as we're going, as long as we continue to speak, you are going to get these people to continue to come out and say things and do things. Because, you see, while we are on a front to ensure that we keep the nation knowledgeable, while we keep the nation knowledgeable on many issues, all the intent is to do is to assassinate persons' characters. That's all they're doing. Let me say this, ladies and gentlemen. This Eddie Frederick, for those of you guys who don't know, find out the history with himself and Sir Royston Hopkins. And I'll leave it right there. Why do you think he run to a podcast now? Ask him that. Ask him that question. That is why he hates Dr. Mitchell so much. And I'll leave it at that. Ladies and gentlemen, based on the release that was placed out yesterday by the Ministry of Education, the GUT would have placed out, or would have put out, their very own conversation. And let me say or read out to maybe the persons who did not hear the release. Dear members, it has been brought to our attention of the Grenada Union of Teachers that a correspondent circular number 66 of 2024 regarding the use of social media by public officers was recently released by the Ministry of Education. The union reminds all that a similar correspondence was previously issued by the Ministry of Education. We note that the situation has seemingly escalated to an unprecedented level as teachers are now being instructed and compelled to sign such documentation. The union therefore advises its members to refrain from signing this document. The union therefore advises its members to refrain from signing this document. Please be aware that if you choose to sign, it will be at your own discretion. Thank you for your cooperation and vigilance in this matter. Thank you for your cooperation and vigilance in this matter. Long live the Grenada Union of Teachers. So, ladies and gentlemen, what we're hearing from the Grenada Union of Teachers is a blatant refusal to sign the correspondence. But before we touch on the correspondent issue, I want to say this. You look on Facebook, and let me, and I don't, as I tell you today, I come and I don't really business. When you look at many persons that are commenting on social media, below the correspondent, and persons are asking, what is your thoughts? Or, posting it and persons are commenting. A vast majority of persons are persons that are in the diaspora. Let me tell you the problem I'm starting to have with some of you guys out there. You guys, sometime in whatever scope, would work hard for what you guys want, and I respect that. But you see, in the interest of state and the manner in which many of you guys are going down, I would ask, pay attention to all your business wherever you guys are in the diaspora. Because the many of you guys I'm seeing commenting now are the same ones that are posting that for years Dr. Mitchell was a dictator here in Grenada. So many of you guys have been seeing what have been happening, not now, but years. But all of a sudden, many of you are now vocal and commenting that they see nothing wrong with the correspondent. That it is important to know, cause persons to respect their jobs and be professional. I this morning had the opportunity to laugh at some of the posts and comments that I saw. Because when you go and you look at ministers of government commenting on the person's very own statuses, ministers of government commenting bray donkey bray, ministers of government speaking to they want to be rescued more than everything else, public servants who are posting that Deacon Mitchell is the best thing, openly posting videos and pictures where they were in political rallies. My question to you guys, where were you all asking for the professionalism then and even now? The Minister of Finance, during a particular social media broadcast, while the New National Party is in conversation, is posting bray donkey bray, bray donkey bray, and they are the ones asking persons to be professional. Number 10 posting more than a little child that just gets social media. That the new high school minister, they give a minister of youth, so to her belief, she is young. She is posting every minute. This morning, posting on her social media page a picture where she's watching her television and seeing Deacon Mitchell being interviewed a breath of fresh air. When you could get up and help in your constituency, when you told your constituency your reason for crossing the flow is to ensure that your constituency develop. My question is, ladies and gentlemen, what has she done for our community? Hypocrisy. I could understand that you don't want your water bill to cut off again. And you tell a cat to go missing. And so you secured your pocket before the interest of people. You secured your pocket before the interest of people. At present, within the Ministry of Youth, for many of you guys who don't know, let me tell all you, she is displeased. She is displeased with a prominent person within the Ministry of Youth. She don't want to be on the same floor with that particular individual. All because she realized that maybe if dignitaries come there, maybe the individual might be liked before her. So at present, within that particular ministry, it's to my understanding that there is a shift in office with the minister and a particular person, very prominent person, that is expected to be close with the minister. So all you within the diaspora, stop your stupidness. You all have access to the same social media and all other forums. All other forums. When all kind of stupidness were happening here before, as I told somebody before, I was one person who always went on social media and said, listen to me. The office of many ministers, even the Prime Minister, was being disrespected, and it needs to stop. One of the things that I also mentioned was that, God forbid, and it so come to pass, that this present administration that is in office did take office. As I say again, it came to pass. And now the shoes is on your feet. You're asking for sensitization. You're asking for people to hush in the name of professionalism, when you know that many of the goons in which you place in different positions are persons who are part of the public service, play the fool during your campaign rallies, publicly stated that they supported you, in which the Public Service Commission goes against, and now you're asking people to hush. Now you're asking people to hush. Like this National Democratic Congress forgets. They forget. But at least they forget. We did not forget. Least they forget, ladies and gentlemen, we did not forget. They are running around like headless chickens. And issues of the state, whenever you speak of it, they take a personal charge against it. Young people of the state, what you have seen since this government took office within the Ministry of Youth, this little pig went schooling. This little pig was sent at home. And there is the other little pig that is crying wee wee wee, but soon will be sent home. Too many a times we have heard and seen many persons speak on the issue of youth and youth development in Grenada. Today, ladies and gentlemen, students of TAMCC students stood outside of the institution and were chanting that over 7 weeks they have not had access to their laboratory. The same administration that boasts of TAMCC free tuition. Understand the trend, ladies and gentlemen. The same administration that boasts that they are the only government to have given public servants a great increase after that teachers was not receiving pay. Stone 2. The administration that spoke of free food or meals in schools to their students are stating that there is no meals at schools. Stone 3. Realize the trend. You seen it? So TAMCC, your boss, free tuition, the lab the working. Teachers, best monies I ever passed by any government. Teachers no getting pay. Free meals, children no getting food. Watch the trend, ladies and gentlemen. And I said that on my program over, and I would say it over and over again. The National Democratic Congress is a bold government. When I say bold, I mean they will just give you a headline. They will just give you a nice headlines. Where is Andy Williams? He's missing in action. The people need your answers. The transformation engine, as they would call you. I remember one time in a personal conversation with him, I said to him, Mr. Williams, you are the ball boy. You are the aquatic engineer. And if you're on the field of play, you are the person that are playing too many positions. I say, you know what does happen to people like you guys? You just get tired. I say, when you're playing on too many positions on the field of play, you just get tired. Thought it was a joke. So don't worry, the many of you guys who are posting that you guys are not seeing Andy Williams. Andy Williams don't even see himself. He's tired. Many conversations, ladies and gentlemen. And I want to play one for you as we are in the conversation as it relates to the Ministry of Youth. And I know many of you guys may know the individual. But, you know, sometimes the message doesn't come across, or the messenger, doesn't come across. But I want to take the time off to listen to the message in this one. And it was funny enough, the many person who commented on what I'm about to play was the argumentative statement. The argumentative statement. Because I believe they would have castigated the messenger. But listen to this one.
Right now, and the people who is in high authority, they just blindsided by seeing it. The youth is very frustrated. I am also frustrated, but guess what? I'm still trying to deal with it. The place is hard. It's very hard. It's harder than ever. But guess what? Like the good Lord said, and a good artist also said from Jamaica, the harder they come, is the harder they fall. We have to love the youths and take care of the youths. They are the next generation, you know. They're the leader. Hey, listen, one of them could come out and be the Prime Minister in a few years to come. But we have to set good leadership. They're frustrated. Stop frustrating the youth of Grenada. Crime is going on. Crimes is going on because of what? Frustration causes crime. And if the leaders don't take steps and say, watch, you know what? We have to deal with the youth. And somebody I'm going to say, oh, you know what? We're not going to. No, it's not like that. The youth have all your day. The youth. Love the youth. Our children need things. They need things just as you all need things. Ain't you all children have things? Let them have things. Who vote for you all? The youths. Love all you. So love the youths. They're frustrated.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, many of you guys might have made out the voice of the individual. Are you hearing the message? Are you hearing the message from whom society may deem an ordinary man? He just there, he like to drink, he like to have fun. Listen to his message. This, ladies and gentlemen, and I don't know how many of you guys have ever seen the Larry Joseph video where they was doing a play with himself and a police officer. And he said to the police officer, "You're too high up there. Come down on the ground. And the ground, you don't know things." These are the people, ladies and gentlemen, that walks our street later than many of us. They hear and see things that sometimes we don't even see. They meet people that sometimes we don't even meet. And you hear that message, and I'm going to pose that and continue to pose this. Say what you want about the individual. I'm concerned about the message that was sent in this. First time I've seen our students of our community college reach to that point. Imagine the tools to learn, the tools for learning is not accessible to them. They're not getting it. Now, how are we as a society to sit back and continue to preach on the notion that we are the best, and we are the best, and we are the best? Listen, the minor mistakes and complaints that are happening in Grenada. Listen to them. But I want to jump into the conversation of the information that was disseminated by the Prime Minister this morning, which was a lot of lie. Things like teachers are being paid or have been paid. And as I said to you guys, they like to use their words in a way that you can't come back and question them. Yes, teachers were paid, but have they been paid fully? So they might boast and say, yeah, teachers pay, teachers get their money. But has they gotten their full pay? And has all teachers received that payment? Based on the actions of the Grenadian Union of Teachers, we know for a fact that is not true. Because communications are being made from those teachers to the union leader who's bringing out that information. Secondly, he spoke as it relates to farmers. Let me tell you guys, a lot of farmers has not yet received that payment that they're boasting that they give to farmers. A lot of farmers have not received that payment. It is said to some farmers that they're doing it alphabetically. Let me tell you something. I don't know how long governments have to pay alphabetically, because if you do an assessment and there are persons with bank account in which the government can send the monies via their bank account, fine. And the remaining amount gets a check. So I don't understand the alphabetic thing. And even if you have to do it, I thought you would have zoned it in the manner, okay, let's pay all the persons in St. Mark's, let's pay all the persons in St. George, let's pay all the persons in St. John's, let's pay, because I don't understand this alphabetic order thing. So you would come to St. Mark's, pay the persons from A to J, and go. And then when you get J to Z, you come back to pay J to Z. They can allow people to shop it still. He also went on to speak about something, but there's a particular page this morning that broke it down for me nicely because I had to speak about it. I did give a listen to his interview this morning. And it reads, and there are certain insults within it that I would not mention. However, you may grasp. Deacon Mitchell is clearly clueless. He rambles on the hope that people fall for it. He said on GBN this morning that after Ivan, the whole of Grenada collapsed. But because of the preparatory work his government did, that did not happen in and after Hurricane Beryl. Can somebody tell this individual, profane language, that Grenada was devastated by a hurricane? Somebody tell this individual, again, the derogatory conversation, that Carriacou collapsed because that island was devastated by Beryl, and up till now, more than 3 months after, people are still under the steps getting wet. Somebody tell this liar, I could use that word, that we know the insurance payment was made 14 days after. And up till now, they have not addressed Carriacou. But after Ivan, and which is my most salient point in this, because this person wrapped it up for me well. After Ivan, Grenada did not have an insurance money to collect. It was the diligent work of the new National Party that was led by Dr. the Right Honorable Kit Mitchell. And I'm reading that again. But after Ivan, Grenada did not have an insurance money to collect of over 118 million dollars, sorry. Dr. Mitchell's administration did not have that level of monies that you would have gotten because of his great leadership. But however, I'll continue to read. They say this individual, this little individual, have no clue. So yes, Honorable Prime Minister, of course Grenada collapsed because the Hurricane Ivan devastated Grenada. Of course that didn't happen with Beryl because Beryl didn't devastate Grenada. But Carriacou, remains devastated months after, while other neighbors in SVG, St. Vincent and the Grenadines have made record stride. Deacon, you are a disappointment. End of quote. And as I say, they sum this up so intelligently for me. Because I'm saying to you, how can you even compare the devastation of Carriacou and PD Martinique to Grenada and the development of Grenada as it opposed to Ivan and Beryl? Again, the most important statement made there. Dr. Mitchell did not have a CREF money to collect. He didn't collect a nice insurance. And many of donors continuing to give. The social media platform where persons were using or are using still to aid in the development or the comeback of Carriacou and PD Martinique, Dr. Mitchell's administration did not have that. We didn't have the WhatsApp. We didn't have the opportunity to persons to send monies still in Grenada via MoneyGram and so on. So a lot of the opportunities that have been gifted to you and your administration, Dr. Mitchell had to do that with his bare hands. Make man out of potty. There were actually boots on the ground after Hurricane Ivan. Imagine the devastation that you got in Carriacou, as opposed to what happened here in Grenada. Where were you? Where were you to make such derogatory statements publicly? Shame on you. Because at the end of the day, it is bewildering that you even make that comparison. Something has to wrong with you. After Hurricane Ivan, Dr. Mitchell, as all you say, he was on a boat. I don't know first time a man on a hurricane happened on a man on a boat. Dr. Mitchell having a doctorate in mathematics. Another experience and intelligence. Go on a boat during a hurricane. But however, thereafter, he left the boat. And he came on land. And when he came on land, he started doing the works that the people would have elected him to do. Let me tell all you something. If Dr. Mitchell could not survive an election after Hurricane Ivan, NDC take note, there is no way, and I can feel that in the core, the depth of my heart, that if Dr. Mitchell could not have survived an election after Hurricane Ivan, there is no way in heaven or hell NDC doing it. Not with what we have already seen. Not with what we already know. You can't say to me, and remember this, 3 months after Hurricane Ivan, the developing states were basically making comparison that was hit with Ivan in the same way to Grenada. Bigger countries. Persons were looking on Little Grenada as it relates to the strive and development after Hurricane Ivan. After Hurricane Beryl, every island that have been struck with the natural disaster have developed much more than Grenada. Well, not even Grenada, Carriacou and P.D. Martinique. St. Vincent and the Grenadines, who are to assist, would have developed schools, contractors build school room. The Prime Minister was literally sitting in a classroom. Literally sitting in a classroom. What we did in Grenada? After a lump sum amount of money was distributed to us, we put we children under trampoline. The fact of the matter is, ladies and gentlemen, what this organization and administration can run from is the fact-checking. They're going to talk. But let me tell you something, and the importance of this program and others. You see, if we didn't have that medium, ladies and gentlemen, I believe by now this administration would have dragged many Grenadians into a place where they would have been looking to them as fools. But you see, with programs like this where we can come and explain and compare and fact check, they wish they could silence us. But in the words of Dr. Mitchell, I am afraid none of them. Because there's going to be a come a time and the frustrations start to rise. Look at it. What happened with Sister Jenny On? Where they make all kind of report on it. The frustrations start to rise. So sooner or later, no surprise they come and try to attack programs like this. But we are not going to be silenced. I know many of you guys do want me to address the issue and the statement that was made by the Prime Minister today. But I'll leave it because I want to assess it. I want to assess it because I want to break it down in a way that we could go through it properly. Yeah, we have gone just about 50 minutes into the program, and we know Brother Scott should be up in about the next 40 minutes or so. And sometimes you really do need that space to set up and prepare for your program, right? So we're going to break off. We're definitely going to break off. We are going to continue our conversations tomorrow because I said I really do want to address the statement made by the Prime Minister today. And people go back and listen to it. Watch the expression of this individual. Watch him. He believes he has owned Grenada. I don't know when he signed the documentation. Let me say to you, bro, if I know my people the way that I've done, if I know my people the way that I do, I stood in the National Stadium and I watched them jump, and I can always remember that. For Will Kimbridge, Talprey, the year he won. 1 year later, he was booed off stage. I know my people. And you see when they can't take your bullshit, nothing to saving you. Absolutely nothing is saving you. Yeah? So, ladies and gentlemen, we get ready for the Talking Point program that will be up. We have already gone into the time that we do expect. We normally break off at 7. Brother Scott is going to be on at 8. And so we are going to break here. We are going to end this evening's program. And again, I really do apologize because I was here. Yeah. And I say to you, we normally get, miscommunication. Place was supposed to be opened and so on. And, we had a little hiccup. But, however, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be back here again tomorrow. Be here on time. Be here to hear the information. Be here to disseminate the information, because tomorrow I really want to get interactive tomorrow. It's been a little while since I haven't gotten interactive with you guys, and I'm going to be interactive with you guys tomorrow, reading comments and so on and so forth. And we are going to make tomorrow's class in session program be one that we would enjoy. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, it was a pleasure being in your company for another wonderful, wonderful program. And continue to listen to programs like this. Continue to be a part of programs like this, where we disseminate information to you that is relevant to what is happening in Grenada. Do have yourself a wonderful, wonderful evening. God's blessing to each and every one of you. And we would see you again tomorrow, same time, same place. Have yourself a wonderful evening.
I'm appealing to Mr. John Public. Please don't approach me at all. You have a way when government jam you. Is in my ear you want to ball. You had a chance to change wrong the system with your finger of democracy. And they promise you harm, but he go get your man for the next 5 years. Wait and see. I'll agree with you if you say the EBC cheat. But no voter pardon scam could give UNC 19 seat. Even though there was corruption, the margin was very small. If you people they do the right thing, Assam couldn't beat Eddie Hart at all. Not at all. Don't tell me 64 billion they steal.
No, don't tell me.
I don't want to hear about the airport deal.
No, don't tell me.
Don't tell me Dan Raj was a fugitive, and how he took 5 million when he went to New York to live. But if for carnival you see quiet tongue in the country, and me playing mass with Omar and Helen Humphrey. And you see quite on hugging up yet Ming while pointing at the treasury. Don't tell me he's showing him where to thief, cause that doesn't interest me. My little money I'll try to preserve.
You get a government you deserve.
So till you have regrets now, boy, you got some nerve. You get a government
You deserve.